closer. I got one like already on my YouTube.
So fast. Go see.
Huh? What's 6 views? 7 views? Wow.
Okay. Wow, good afternoon. Wow, hi.
Hello.
Wait, let me turn it down. Wow. Good afternoon, everyone. Wow, a bit early today.
Yeah. That's good, right?
Let's welcome Danny Ng to
Hi.
my live chat.
Hello.
He's also on his Facebook also have
On my YouTube.
on your YouTube. Oh, yours is YouTube. Okay.
Yours Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, all right. So today we are going to actually debate about this Ceca thing.
Yeah, don't wet me too much or I'll cry. You're a veteran.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Okay. Now, I know that you are for Ceca. Because
not really for. And for the economy of Singapore.
For the economy of Singapore.
Yeah, because Singapore need to grow, right? So anyone coming, not because of Ceca. Ceca is.
Okay, I will give you chance first because on my live chat, most of them are opposition supporters against Ceca.
Wet me like
No, we are friends. In private, we are friends. But although we have shared different views on different things, but one thing is clear: vaccine, we are on the same line. Right?
I won't take.
You won't take.
I only take Sinovac the most. That's all.
Sinovac, same. Okay, I give you a chance. You explain why you supported Ceca, beside economy and all that, and whether you think the impact of Ceca of a population impact is it can be mitigated? How to mitigate? What's the impact and how you propose actually we can actually do better?
Okay, Ceca is actually foreigners, I can say foreigners, not beside Indians. Of course, or Singapore first. Of course, the more foreigners coming into Singapore should be better because they bring business into Singapore, they invest in Singapore, and why should they allow that? And all along, Singapore always seek foreign investments to grow the economy. And also, when the foreigners come here, they can able to bring out our retails, bring out our hawkers, bring out our food and beverage. Means right now we see, because COVID, a lot of Indians been going back, right? And now when cost shopping around, it seems that a lot of food and beverage are suffering because of the COVID situation. I can see that many Indians are going back. There's more than 10,000 Indians national going back to their countries or to South Asia, even other countries are going back to people from China going back as well. So if we don't have this Indian coming into Singapore, I tell you, Singapore is empty, 100% empty. And also, there are some Singaporeans who go out overseas and work. Not all Singaporeans work here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are talking about they bring the critical mass to the economy, where most retail and food and beverages companies will actually benefit.
Yeah, because a lot of foreigners you see, even entertainment, not entertainments, a lot of foreigners used to go there and patron there.
Okay.
And Singaporeans do, but not enough.
Okay. Do you have any statistics to back that? No. That means in economics, this is what we call the what I call is benefits that's induced by growth of population, right? Not a direct contribution, but an indirect contribution to population growth, to the whole economy. So beside the jobs that you are doing, beside the foreign investment that are coming, you are talking about our F&B, which I'm actually supplying the F&B.
Yeah.
I'm supplying teas and all that. Right. So I have vested interest, but I'm still think that from the data that we have, right? Now, I'm going to talk about something deeper. When we first actually allow foreigners to come in, it's actually during Goh Meng Seng time.
Yeah.
1990s, where he started this narrative of a foreign talent. Right? I think you should remember. So back then we still can accept, We still perfectly okay because from data we actually understand. We have only PRs every year is about 20,000, less than 20,000. Right? No, then we increase up to 2004. We have about 99,000, still manageable PRs. And in fact, when we are talking about new citizenships that we gave it to the PRs that converted, which actually my wife was a benefit from that, perfectly okay, right? The total number is less than 100,000 also for the 14 years from 1990 to 2004. But after our Li Xiaolong, took over, you know what happened? Immediately in 2005, it was a jump in the new citizenship that we gave up. There was a jump in the number of EPs that we PRs and EPs that we give up. In fact, at one time, the number of PRs that we gave, I think it's 2008 or 2009. It reached about 80,000 per year. My God, that was what? That was actually a big jump, you know.
A lot.
Huh?
A lot.
Yeah. Now we stabilize. We actually stabilize. And PRs is about total number. Every year we are giving about 30,000 PRs. New citizenship, we are still giving about 22,000 on average. Compared to Goh Chok Tong time is about 8,000 or less. On average is about 7,000 already. Right? If I get the statistics correct. So there is actually a triple jump in the number of citizenship that we are giving.
Man or female, you don't married ma?
I will come to that later, okay, man. You see, I won't beat you out, don't worry. So what I'm going to say is this. 3/4 of the new citizens that we have been giving off happened during Lee Hsien Loong's time. And it doesn't seem to me that they are going to stop it. So Ceca is only part of the problem. Ceca came about right after Lee Hsien Loong took over. Why? Because the wife also took over Temasek Holdings. The wife want to invest in India. So they come up with a talk with this FTA. And in return, we didn't know the FTA actually includes our labor market. Right? Maybe you're right. Maybe because of that, there was actually a study that says that because of this population explosion in Singapore, foreign talent, foreigners, our economy actually boomed from 2004 up to now. But what is the cost? Can we live without it? That's the first question. Right? We have been doing very well since 1990s to 2004 until the SARS incident hit us. It's okay. It's only 1 year plus only, right? But everybody is happy. Yeah. Right? Everybody is happy. But right after 2005, especially in 2008, 2009, everyone is very frustrated. Right? And we start to see the influx of the Indian PMAPs. Right? Now, Ceca, they say is about only EPs. The employment pass actually is not. S-Pass also included. And you know, S-Pass actually increased by how many per year we are giving out? It used to be only 22,000. It jumped to 99,000. About 90,000. That's 24 or 5-4 jump. So you cannot blame Singaporeans for being frustrated when they lose their job.
Yeah.
So how do you think that we can actually mitigate the problem? We want the economic pie, definitely.
Yeah.
I want my business to be good. I supply tea also. But at the same time, a lot of Singaporeans are underemployed. They are still employed, but they are not employed as the same. Right? And Ceca, if you look at the details, it says that there's not supposed to have labor testing. You know what is labor testing?
Yeah, speak further. I don't know.
labor testing is what actually PAP is doing right now. Previously, it doesn't require the company to say you have to put up this job ad for Singaporean first for what 2 weeks or 2 months before you can apply for the foreigners to take up the job. Yeah, that is called labor testing. But actually, it contradicts what they signed with India. You are not supposed to have a labor testing. This what is a prostitute agreement. You open your leg big. That's why open leg policy. So I'm not talking about we are against Ceca. I'm not even talking about we are against people to come into Singapore. But what is in for Singaporeans?
Okay, so the thing is that we, right, aging population, because the time government tell us to give birth, but a lot of Singaporeans are not doing that, and aging population is going up. And
it was a PAP who tell us 2 is enough. Tell us not to give birth.
But some people even give 4 or 5 still. But the thing is that we should able to give birth, and now the divorce is also very high. And also now people who are married also don't give kids also, might have dogs, right? And people still right? Because this one is what I feel about Singaporeans, and a lot of Singaporeans the aging is there, and not a lot of young people are growing up, and then need some people to replace them. And not only that, see, old people, okay, last time when I worked the time, I worked very hard, but this time is gone. And a lot of young people who just graduated, they want to have honeymoon. A lot of them, people who after NS, they still continue to study, and after study, they still continue to take another degree and master degree, or just enjoy their life first before they need to go to work. So young people enjoy honeymoon. Old people, I retire, don't work. Then in the middle, staggering. The population, the middle-aged people staggering. And because of this staggering things going on, and they cannot able to sometimes so-called match the foreign talents. They are not so-called talents, but the things that we haven't matched up with them yet, because you're still in the middle. There are young people coming in, young talents coming in, and these people are powerful. And that's why government give us a thing called Skill Future. Okay, we middle-aged people or people who haven't found a job, they can go for Skill Future. Okay, we may say that Skill Future aim for what? Aim for those PH drivers, all these things, right? Right, means those who become Grab driver, all these things, or aim for other jobs that's useless. But what I've seen in the Skill Future, a lot of jobs are focused on IT. It means we can take the Skill Future and improve our skill. And this time, when the Indian go off, we are ready for that too. Even how old we are, even 40 years old, even 50 years old, we are ready to take over. And this Skill Future right now is that the cost is not that kind of kacang putih one, not that kind of $10,000 or less than $10,000 or $500. It is conducted by what university, SAUD and NUS. Why I know? Because I attend also.
Okay, you attend the Skill Future. You sit near it. You are not facing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing is that the Skill Future offer courses that is professional. Focus on IT skill, focus on social media, focus on even on the technical side. Yeah, that we are lack of. Yeah, because why Singaporeans are lack of all these skills? Because they don't do hands-on. They don't do all these hands-on because doing computer all this is so hard. They rather at the management take care of the people, and that's the reason why we see a lot of Indians coming. Because a lot of Singapore mentality, mama the management don't want to work right. So, but the things that government, despite all these things, government is training Singaporeans to work.
I think it's a bit unfair for you lah. 一竹竿打翻全船人.
Yeah, but also
there are of course people who are like that. I've seen them before. When is the last time you worked for other people?
Huh? 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Oh, you okay?
In other countries.
In other countries.
Foreign talents also okay.
Oh, you are foreign talents in other countries.
Yeah, right. So the thing is that why can't we become foreign talents in other countries too? We can have foreign talents coming into Singapore. We can be foreign talents in other countries too. So what difficult about that? They come in, we go out. No, go out is fun. Means I've been go outside myself for all these things. When you only do in Singapore, we go out still can contribute. Singapore so small, you see. And also one more thing about Skill Future is that they give you allowance. How much they give you? 1,500, some 1,500, some 1,200 for 12-month course. Quite high pay, It's not pay allowance. Free study that's cost you about more than 10K for a year, and sometimes it's a degree modular that kind of course. and then free allowance, and then free meals.
I tell you what happened in the job market. Maybe you are a bit off. You can upgrade your skill all you want. Okay, there will always be other people with better skills, right? Or there will be other people who are cheaper than you. That's why people like foreign talent. But apart from that, in Singapore job market, if you write people like us, well, maybe not you, people like us who are 51 years old, 50 years old and above, we send our resume, the first thing is they will reject. Ageism. So no matter what, if you are going to lose your job after 45 years old, most of it you cannot get your second career. So that's why a lot of people end up as private hired drivers.
Yeah, private
right? But that such thing doesn't happen in other places, you know. In Hong Kong, it doesn't happen.
In US.
Those who have a lot of migrant workers, immigration, will have this problem. Why? You have over 1 billion people in India. You can always find someone younger, cheaper.
Yeah.
That's a problem. So how do you go and solve this problem? Skill future is not the answer, because even no matter how many skill futures course that you take, these MNCs, even local companies, are not going to employ you.
Yeah.
They look at your resume, your age, they discriminate really.
You know, you always say aging population, that's the problem we're facing.
But you have to solve it. You cannot just open the tab, let them replace our jobs for these older people, right?
That is very important for older people when younger people come in. When the younger people come into Singapore, they invest, right? When they invest, older people can able to enjoy and then get the benefit from government. All those, when the economy grow, older people can decide doing for this Grab, right? They can set up some business for themselves, like F&B. To serve
not so easy lah. Not everybody can be a businessman.
When the economy boom, they can start small business. Like you, a lot of small business also setting up a business too. So how I hope as a businessman, how I hope that foreigners come in and they give up business. Like Taiwan, you see, a lot of people why suffer right now because they reject people from China nationals. And then those people who are booming is when a lot of China people come into Taiwan and invest and stay in Taiwan. But one, because of Taiwan, bring them out. They suffer and they complain to me. Why there's no China national? And that time we keep on complaining, local, all these things. Until then, we cannot see any Chinese national and Taiwan suffer. Economy down. Right? And old people are suffering because they cannot have able to do business at all. Even selling whatever swimming trunk or whatever thing. Yeah.
Let me prick your mind a bit. It will be perfectly okay if we allow all the foreigners to do the jobs for us. I will be one to if the government can promise me everybody give me $3,000. Song.
Yeah, song.
Is it possible?
Not possible.
It's possible.
Why possible? We need to become a lazy pig. You want us to become lazy pig?
It's possible.
But government what can do is that give us some subsidies, give us some incentives to start up this small business.
At least the way I see it, aging population, what is the most important thing about aging population? You know, medical costs.
Yeah, correct.
Medical costs. We still have to pay a high premium. You know, 80 years old, 90 years old, you tell them to pay a yearly premium of what, a few $1,000s, that's crazy. Right?
Crazy.
So I do not understand, like what you say, okay lah, we can have foreigners to work here. They must contribute, there must be something in for us. Right? Contribute to our welfare.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I would say that if they come in and to work, you know, in Taiwan, you know, you were there for quite some time. They have this 健保.
Yeah, 健保, no.
As long as you work down there, foreigners or not, you have to contribute to the healthcare system, the health insurance. Right? Since they are all young people coming in, I'll make them pay lah. MediSave, MediShield.
Yeah.
Right? Same the MediShield, pay higher premiums or more, so that they will cross-subsidize our own population. Why not?
Yeah, if 健保 in Taiwan so good, now won't be COVID disaster, right?
Because they don't have foreigners, right?
They got foreigners, because they don't have foreigners, because foreigners so good.
So you see, there must be something in for us, right? Really.
Yeah.
We are not xenophobic. We're just looking at the things that's going on, not only our jobs. there are political influences. There are costs to the infrastructure. And in cost is very simple. Within a small economy, the demand increase, the price will increase.
Yeah.
And we are suffering the high cost of living.
But the price increase, our currency become powerful.
But we are the one who paying.
You can go to Malaysia and enjoy anytime you like.
No, now cannot travel.
Okay. For the welfare, right? You're talking about the medical cost is high, right? Okay.
There's only one part only.
One part only. Means we go to that part. Okay. Even though medical cost is high, if let's say you really cannot able to pay for the medical fee, no people really help you, no relative help you, and already no nothing, you can go for home care for SSC.
It's like you must be as destitute, must be very tough already. They give you, yes.
So long you declare them the income, declare what you earn, how much your expense is, all these things. They will grant you Medifund. You not called Medisave. Medisave, after that, Medisave become Medifund.
You know what they are doing right now or not?
Yeah.
If last time my parents, my mother, she doesn't have Medisave. She doesn't pay CPF during her time. Yeah. So what happened? The hospital will ask, okay, the son or daughter's Medisave. Hey, but that is my Medisave. What I already who pay for it.
You already pay, ma.
But
let's say you don't have. Then she not need to pay, she can get. Right.
No, they won't give her.
Let's say you don't have, and the relative don't have.
But how can it be that it must be cross from us? Why not the foreigners who earn money from here?
Relative is very normal.
No, you cannot do that. Because when I get old, I need the. I need the children. I don't have children now.
If you don't have children, and then you can apply for Medifund already.
No lah, that is just kicking the can down the road. It doesn't solve the problem. The concept of CPF and Medisave is for each generation you are supposed to take care of your own retirement needs.
Yeah, but if the relative,
you cannot go and take your money to subsidize other people.
Not other people, your mother.
It's not other people. You're supposed to be self-sufficient. That is the concept of CPF. We are not using. The Western world are using this so-called what is it called? They don't have CPF. They actually have this retirement mutual fund, right? It's a group of funds. That's totally different. That can be cross-generation subsidies. Right? We are supposed to take care of ourselves. How can you say, then number one daughter cannot, son cannot, then what is that?
Tell your mother saying that your son don't want her already.
No, it's not that we don't want. Okay, we still pay. Eventually, we still pay. Yeah. But I say, if we are going to do that for every family, it will snowball. The problem will actually snowball to the end.
To the end until the Medifund come.
No, we will go bankrupt.
That's the reason why we need foreigners to come here to build the economy and then to build.
That's why I say they must contribute to the Medisave, Medishield.
Yeah.
Or the healthcare insurance system. Very simple.
Yeah, but the investment have to go in there. There's the government can able to give up Medifund also without any Medishield or.
No, they don't even need Medifund because of a cross subsidy, right? Those who cannot pay will be paid.
Yeah, but let me tell you, if let's say the foreigners are not here and then economy down even worse.
I'm not saying they're not here. They can come here. They pay.
But right now they have a prosperous.
Okay. The thing is. Why PAP make us pay and pay, but not the foreigners to pay and pay? Very simple.
Also pay tax, ma.
That's
also pay for the condo. They stay in condo can stay in HDB at least. They got privilege, not privilege. And they bring their children to study, they pay a high price too.
When they stay in a condo, they rent from the condo. Yeah. Who benefits? It's not the normal Singaporean. Those who are very rich, who have 3-4 properties, those are super rich will benefit. Not us, not people like us. Not people like you who stay in the HDB.
But HDB people also benefit. They benefit in staying HDB. Foreigners cannot stay in HDB. That's one thing.
Correct. No, not true. PR can.
PR. 10 years they become Singaporeans. Right or not?
Not necessary. A lot of people PR didn't convert.
They don't convert, but most of them, if they don't convert, let them don't convert. But we also got some benefits they cannot get like Singaporeans have.
Okay.
For buying house, all these things.
But we pay with our lives, 2.5 years for my life. in NS, you know.
NS good, my NS. Well, I tell you what.
You say good.
I tell you what, NS. We go to NS. Last time it be a very tough.
One of the reasons, okay, there are a few reasons why MNCs do not like to employ Singaporeans, especially the guys.
Because the NS.
Because of NS. Because after your NS, you have got reservists.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's number one. Secondly, age.
Mm-hmm.
Ageism.
Yeah.
Thirdly, more expensive. You employ an EP, you do not need to pay CPF. You employ Singaporean, you need to pay CPF. That's already 20% difference in wages.
Yeah. But they still need a quota to hire those foreigners too.
No, not for EP. I don't think so.
No,
SP maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, still need quota for foreigners too. Yeah, forever. If not, right, there won't be some people, right, even start a business too, there won't be some people approach us to put our name in the company so they can employ foreigners.
Okay.
Right.
My stand is very clear. There are some jobs that Singaporeans do not want to do.
Yeah.
Right? Like construction, nobody want to do. Actually, this happened in 1980s already. We have the Thai. The Thai construction workers are very good people. Right?
Yeah.
Then becomes Bangladesh. Now we have Myanmar.
Also for China.
Yeah, got Chinese. Right? So this is okay, To me, these people come because they help us to build infrastructure.
Yeah.
And Singaporeans do not want the job.
Yeah.
But when you come to PMAP, that means the S pass and the EP and the PR. And the long-term visit pass, still forgotten long-term visit pass.
Yeah. Long-term visit, they come here and spend money, why not?
No, they can work.
Yeah, they can work, okay.
Previously, now I do not know lah. Now the policy changed a bit. Last time they can work, right?
Okay.
That means when you employ one Indian for Ceca from India, right? For example, then you can actually bring your spouse, your dependent, your father or your mother. Then they can actually work,
Long-term pass can work here?
Yes. You read the Ceca, chapter 9. I think it's chapter 9 point.
Work permit, all this or employment pass. No need
long-term pass.
Okay.
They are supposed to allow the spouse, the dependent, to work in Singapore.
Okay.
In what post? Managerial, professional post.
After they got EP already, ma?
They don't need.
They don't need.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but even though they work, right, they bring the whole family in, right? So why are we against it? It means
why should we?
Because the fear of the.
I protect this land with my life. Why should other people come and earn?
They come and work for us. They come and work for us.
No, that's why I ask. Work for us is not work for us. Work for the MNCs. MNCs 看价料啊，照料. They will just take the profit out, right?
Who in charge of MNC?
MNCs are foreign MNCs. Well, we always say without the Ceca, without foreign talent, the foreign MNCs don't come. So you tell me.
Also for Singapore, company hire them.
You know what the SME is complaining about? They are complaining that why the big boys, the MNCs, the GLCs, can have employment pass so easily pass, but the SME
cannot because too small. Because the
I
know because I was.
So again, the businessman. You say the businessman benefit. I don't think so. They were the ones who complain.
Yeah, but the MNC a lot invest. Investing in MNC.
But investing, they make profit. They don't give us. Give it to us.
This investor may not be from India. This investor may be from other countries.
Correct.
From Singapore, right. So that they can hire low cost labor to build Singapore together, and so for their trade too.
Talking about this, we want MNCs to come in. They make money, but they don't give us. Correct? That's number one.
Yeah, correct. But
some of them even using taxation method, right? Or some offshore company somewhere, they move the profit off. Yeah. They don't even pay tax.
There are people doing that, the rich people.
And we actually give some of them free land or cheap land. Right? Seagate used to enjoy that. Panasonic enjoyed that. Right? So what's in for all of us?
That's why I said the rich people in Singapore are smart. Even the Singaporean working MNC, they're very smart. They know how to run tax also. They're smart. That's why you have to be smart. That's why when you tell all the information, let the Singaporeans know what we can do. Even though we are middle income or poor income, we still can get government subsidies, whatever we can get. Whatever government give us, we get. you know, because these rich people, there are a lot of things didn't tell us how they run away, how they give the profit. We didn't know.
Correct.
Yeah, because you're not at that stage yet. Even CEO.
Ultimately, I want to see something. You want to justify the foreign talent policies like this, massive, you know. It's not like 1990s, wow, 100,000 okay lah. 100,000 here, 100,000 there, not even 500,000. Now we have 2 million people, foreigners, on this soil. But what is in for us besides competing for our job? That's a critical.
Then you tell all the young people to back out, don't study so much. They study so much for what? Study don't know work. They should start work after they study.
First of all, you said, oh, you are not talented because you study not enough. You don't have the core knowledge. Then people go and study, you school people.
Well, the things that they study degree, they want to study master, they want to study 2 master also. Some people enjoy and sit there, and they are not in that. They also take government money to continue to study also. Scholarship, all this.
You know why? You know? They are threatened by these foreigners. These foreigners can anyhow throw the degrees for the degree. Well, I have this master, that master. So you are forcing the local to spend time to go and study instead of paying money to pay a degree meal. They are stupid, right?
Yeah, so tell them not to study too much.
Go and pay a degree meal to take.
Not pay. Just study enough. Study maybe bachelor degree, and that's all. You don't or master or maybe just an honor degree. Don't keep on studying until maybe 30 years old, then they start to work. Some of them want to study until PhD, you know. For what? Study PhD for what? PhD is the worst. You study, after they can't get a job.
They thought they can get better job.
That's why must stand on to get a better job because study. It's not because study, it's because how are you able to be competitive against people who are even degree me, whatever, you know, but they are smart enough to go in.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah. Also can
I'm not convinced. You didn't show concretely how having a big foreigners, migrant workers can benefit us instead of competing jobs from us.
We lack of skill. We lack IT skill, really.
Cannot be what?
We lack hands-on IT skill. As I said already, Singaporeans want to manage. Like for example, how many Singaporeans hire a maid? They don't do the things themselves. Foreigners right there. If let's say Singaporeans want to prove that they don't need foreigners, then first of all, delete off the maid. Don't want the maid at all. Like what we do with the many Westerners do. They do the things themselves. Car they do themselves. Everything they do themselves. Also. Right now, this is a Singapore mentality. All right. They do not want to do things themselves, and they want people to help. Foreigners, start with the maid first if you want.
You want people to have children. The study environment is so competitive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so low.
Whether people need a maid or not is actually caused by the government. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because the cost of living is so high. The cost of giving tuition to the children is so high. You want to learn all the skills, right? You need double income. Even the HDB cost is based on, the pricing is actually based on double income.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So how, if we without a domestic helpers, the maid, how can you have double income?
Live within your means.
No, cannot lah. The cars so expensive.
Cars, Singapore, the infrastructure so easy. Travel MRT lor. You grab like a car man, and then moreover, you don't have big house 4-room flat man. 3 person, 4 person, 3-room flat will be enough too.
A lot of people are staying in 3-room flat, but the fact is, the pricing of everything, from the car, from the housing, by PAP. PAP is very good in calculation, and
very good.
Everything
100% calculation.
Everything calculate is based on double income. It's not a single income.
Yeah, they're very good. So we should stop the kind of taboo. Really, because we are in the city, so boring. That's what city life is. Singapore is not a big country. We can go to
I'm still not convinced.
Other states or other provinces to relax. No, because city life is like this rat race, dog against dogs. So Singapore be careful, even though want the kids to be number 1. Now I tell you, a lot of students they got straight A's. Not like last time. Straight is very 了不起. Now they got straight A's. And NUS is not accepting them too because too many. Because this is a taboo that Singaporeans have. They want everything to be.
Why are talk about this? Yeah. Why are the NUS not taking our own students with straight A's instead of going ask for give scholarship to foreign students? You tell me. This is the whole package,
Yeah.
right? Whether it's Ceca or it's a whole package.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah. But at least there are some people like Singaporeans, they go to Harvard also, ma. Oh, why? Also can go to other countries and study, ma. Singapore and US, good man.
Big countries like England,
Uh-huh.
UK, and US, they give scholarship to people in this area. Their political motive is to actually groom the elites to understand their system so that when they come back, they become the leaders of this society. They have connection. They can be connected to the Western worlds and ideology.
Yeah, no, it's good, man.
But we are a small country. We are not going to have this political influence. Why?
Business networking, business for business
Well,
networking.
the purpose of us giving all this scholarship to foreign students is we want them to stay in Singapore, not go back and become a future leaders of that country. Then we can have consequences. It's totally two different things.
Yeah.
But the first thing is you didn't even take care of your own students, local students who are so bright. You force them to go and spend money to study in Australia, to other places.
But how do you
Then
know
why?
that these A students cannot able to go to the school? There are so many schools in Singapore, as university also opening in
Now,
Singapore.
I'll give one very good example.
Choose NUS
Okay.
only or NTU only?
It's an unfair thing.
Yeah, okay.
It's an unfair thing. When our students want to go to our local universities, their second language must be above certain grade. Cannot fail. Fail, you cannot go.
Okay, yeah.
But we did not have this criteria to foreign students. So it's unfair. You're not comparable.
Yeah, but even though they go to Singapore university, doesn't mean they can be able to work in Singapore or be competitive. It depends on individual.
Then there's something wrong with Singapore University. He is supposed to be an Asian brightest and the top university in Asia.
Some of them who study so much also cannot get a job in US, become beggars.
Correct.
But it's not really education is the main issue that we should focus on. It's how competitive and how we want to go about whether we can take it or not, whether we can able to have the what is foreigners thinking, anything just do it. Means that can spend the time to do it, can spend their even though overtime, hard work. Like we last time our fathers so hardworking, that kind of thing, but no, it's not because we are reached a stage like how the Westerners move their things.
So you're actually
invest,
going into a very general attack on the youngsters who are less hardworking. You are talking about culture.
No, I thought about youngster homie. Yeah, true. Because why? Because their parents already leave their access to them, leave their HDB to them, leave their condo to them. They are homie. They are good enough. Means a lot of youngsters enjoying it. Actually, I see a lot of Asia girls driving BMW. We are also. You see, can see such a thing in Singapore.
Those are minority lah.
Yeah, but still see, it's not Singapore who has so many cars even now COVID time. Yeah, so Singapore is the only places can see a lot of cars right now.
I don't quite agree. During this COVID time, there are people who are in hardship, but they are still very hardworking.
Yeah,
for example,
hardship. Yeah,
right? For example, people can go and do a Grab delivery food.
Yeah.
I see many young and old. They are very hardworking. Yeah. It's not easy job. Yeah, I've tried before. It's not easy job.
And they're hardworking. Yeah.
So you say they're not hardworking.
But you are seeing a part of them. But there's still a big group of them who are not hardworking, who want to enjoy life too. We are seeing this one. We are focused on this one, but focus on another one. But this one, I know they are hardworking and they are survivor because of their background. Their family background is not that good. And some of them are actually waiting for opportunity when the jobs come after COVID. They can go overseas and work, or they can continue to work in Singapore or whatever. You know the one orchestra, the conductor. He also worked as a food panda, right? He waiting for opportunity after the COVID finish. Then he can go back to his work. This is only temporary because of COVID.
Correct. Yeah. But such underemployment can become a long-term structural unemployment or problem.
COVID time, a lot of people are affected too, not just only Singapore. It's COVID. It's not because of Ceca that it's the problem. It's COVID is the problem. Yeah.
I just read an article that Financial Times, actually some foreign talent in Singapore complaining. It says that during this COVID period, very difficult to come back to Singapore to work. And less e-pass is being given out. They complain. Yeah. What are they complaining? Singaporeans are also losing jobs.
Yeah.
and it's only fair, it's actually shown something. If you have a policy that says that, okay, we stamp down, no more easy access to foreigners, foreign labor, local have to go and look for Singaporeans to do the job, they can actually employ a lot of Singaporeans. Or else our Singaporeans unemployment will actually shoot up.
And this is what the government
right?
is doing. They want to employ.
But that actually shows that at normal times, actually, we do not need such a aggressive foreign talent policies, which actually create is a supply and demand again. When you have too many supply, 1 billion people in India waiting to come in, another billion in China waiting to come in, right? Then you push down the salaries. How? Sometimes it's not Singaporeans don't want to work, When they look at the salary, the cost of living is so high, right? And sometimes those low skilled workers, it's not that they do not want to work, a lot of people complain, a bit further, you stay Tampines, you ask them to work in Jurong, they don't want to go. You don't know why? You take MRT, one day can spend how much already? $10 off public transport. Then the pay is so miserable, then what do they eat? You see, why is the salary is so low? It's because of foreign labor, which is cheap. Because to the boss is, if I can employ foreign labor at this cheap price, why should I give it to you higher?
No one wants to have a cost of living high and then their salary is low.
That is why opposition have been saying this. We need a minimum wage. And I'm different from some of the opposition parties. We say that only for Singaporean, no. We need a minimum wage for everyone who work here.
Including the foreigners?
Yes. Because if we do not do that, we will be disadvantaged. When the employers see that, whether I employ foreigners or Singaporeans, same cost, they will not want to go through the trouble of applying work permit, S-Pass, and employment pass. Then we have a fair standing. If not, I do not think Singaporeans is anywhere. I told you already, for men like us, got NS liability, 10 years reservist cycle, age, right? The women, because the women down here will have to give birth, a pregnancy. But those foreigners who come here to work, like the domestic maid, helpers maid, they are not supposed to have babies. If they have babies, they will be out already. That is the criteria that we put. So everyone is happy to the employer. So we are disadvantaged in that sense. We cannot allow this. It's not that we do not want foreigners. As long as there's a shortage, it's beneficial to us, we'll take.
But there is a shortage.
No, it's excess already.
Okay.
If 20 years ago, we can do with 200,000 or less than 500,000 foreigners, workers in Singapore, why can't we do it now? We now have 2 million.
But also right now, because of them, a lot of people are going back to their own countries.
But it's still 2 million. It's still 2 million.
2 million people they already have a family and maybe a Singaporeans here.
Now, the problem is this. When you build an economy for 5.8 million people, you start to strain your population, you will have problems. That means if you want to expand, there's no turning back. The only way is actually to maintain the population. It's just like building condos, building HDB flats. You build for a certain population. You cannot say, I want to reduce my population. Then what happened to the flats? What happened to the condos, accommodation? So it must be very clearly planned. You cannot suka.
There's a lot of deforestation now.
Correct. Because of foreign talent policies and population policies.
We need to build more homes, so.
No, you cannot.
Why cannot be more homes?
Because once you build, you cannot return one. If next time you say I don't want the foreigners,
that's why cannot go on foreigners. I tell you, populations are important because why we need population.
Key is this. what happened if something happened to our economy? Nobody want to come to Singapore to invest anymore.
They're jealous already. That's why if we don't have a
Right.
good Ceca relationship, I tell
No,
you.
no, no. It got nothing to do with Ceca, right? It got everything to do with the political dynamics,
Okay.
right? If nobody want to come in, and the jobs actually drops, employment actually
Yeah,
drops.
it will drop.
You need to train everyone.
Yeah.
You know the impact is not just the GDP. The impact is on all the infrastructure that you have invested will actually go to waste.
Yeah,
the
correct.
whole financial system
Yeah,
actually will collapse.
Yeah, if no population, no more foreigners coming, all this.
So while Lee Hsien Loong think that during his time he want to boost the GDP up to very high to show that he's a legacy,
yeah,
but he's betting the wrong bet because you cannot control. If anything happen, the whole thing will collapse just like a domino effect.
That's the reason we cannot chase Indian out first. We must
we are not chasing. We are not chasing. I actually propose that we have to stop somewhere.
Yeah, we got to stop. Yeah, but the thing is that
we have to stop. Yeah. We have to stop thinking that we can have 6.9 million people or 10 million people. It's too risky, right? Yeah. When your population, the core population is less than 60%, it's actually very risky. You know, our workforce, our citizen workforce to foreign workforce, is what percentage? PAP will tell you if it's 56%, it's not. That is actually resident workforce. It includes the PRs. If you take out the PR, the percentage is only 43. Yeah. 43 to 48%, around there. It's actually less than 50%.
Yeah. But I also see a lot of Singaporeans, even the old ones, they are still enjoying life in a way. Even though it's some of that will still go to the car park.
Okay, well, old people can enjoy one. Work for so hard.
Even young people are enjoying it.
No lah, not true. Only the Asia
and a lot of
Asia. Those rich people.
And the Asia don't tell people.
no, those rich people, normal people like us don't live
like that. And Singaporeans too. These Singaporeans have become that stage.
You generalizing a small group of people.
And not I tell you. But the thing is that, okay, like what you said, right? Let's say don't have Indian coming, will be in deep trouble. But that's the reason why our government is prepare us to have the skill to maybe one day they out, we can able to take over. We need the skill. We need everything. What the Indians are doing, the hands-on jobs. Not as construction. I mean those IT jobs and those finance, those hands-on jobs that even I don't like to do. Also, I don't like to do IT hands-on. I hate to do really because see the eye broke out. Really, very yeah, because very tough job. This and something you need to work for hours too for all this IT. I do IT, that's why I know all these things.
I know.
But the government also want to prepare us for this one, and so that when they gone, we can take over just in case, backup, But of course, government want to build a relationship with just only India. There are many countries government can build. Who knows in future African?
Okay, this. Correct. African is a big market also.
A lot of China are investing in Africa.
Yes.
Africa may be the next one.
Right.
Yeah.
There's another issue of having too many foreigners in one place. Right. For example, the financial system, the banks. People are complaining banks. They employ a lot of Indians.
Yeah, I know.
From Ceca.
No, but it's true or not?
To some extent, yes.
Yeah, or they are just because of the pictures, right? They are just maybe.
They are actually Singaporeans.
Also Singaporeans.
They are Singaporeans, but the problem is this: especially in sensitive places like banks, we need actually controls, right? If you have the village concept, you have a whole village controlling, employed in a bank, right? It's actually very scary one,
Yeah, not scary. Yeah. Or imagine Indians. Yeah.
So they pakat.
Yeah, or Indians too lah. Like Chinese also pakat. Same for Chinese.
Same for Chinese also. If you employ all the Chinese in one sector, they have no checks and balances. They have no control. Especially when the local Chinese or the local Indians are actually outnumbered. Yeah. They have no power, then there's a problem.
Now we giving the minority become majority, ma?
No, not that. Right? People can easily squander lots of money out
Yeah, even
of the system.
China international do that.
Yeah. We have some cases that the Chinese national actually squander a lot of money
correct.
out of a company
Yeah,
because the whole village is there. They cover each other's backside.
Even Jolo do that too.
Yeah. So in the bank also, it's the same thing. So there is a problem of corporate culture, the checks and balances. Corporate governance actually will go down if we do that.
Yeah.
Right. That's not supposed to happen. Okay. That's not supposed to happen. Right. So I do not think what you think about all this.
Yeah.
But I'm very worried for Singapore.
Yeah, because Singapore is a financial hub. All this will happen because bank in and launder the money is very.
You say launder?
Not doors. Why I say launder? Why? Jolo is one of them, right? I also got people I know that also doing that. Oh no, not people, you know.
Okay, can. One lie. I don't want the police to knock my doors.
Because Singapore is finance hub at the time, but the things that the bank and the even the MAS have been put a lot of strict control to that already right now. Means they ask a lot of questions when you want to apply for business or company right now. Even right now, you want to apply for company, those Indian national, they want Singaporeans to be involved too. If not, they cannot apply for the banks. You see what I mean?
Correct.
And they have been doing this indirectly. They want to open a company in Singapore, but they get outsiders, Singaporeans, they don't know of to join them because they can't get any Singaporean shareholder to open the bank. You see? So these are the loophole, you know. So a lot of people, even in Hong Kong, they also want to try to do money laundering. But luckily now, Hong Kong is part of submit to CCP.
I will tell you what happened on the ground.
Yeah.
I have this restaurant. He's an Indian restaurant, right? So he want to apply for S-Pass to get Indian workers from India. But you know what the MOM says? You must employ Chinese.
Like this.
But it's an Indian restaurant. You employ Chinese.
What China can do roti prata? I tell you, Chinese, people like me do roti prata. A lot of people picture me.
I would agree if such a system is in place for important things like banks and financial institutions. Right? Yeah. Because it creates checks and balances. Yeah. You don't have a whole village mentality and take over the whole bank, then squander money. When
I go to bank, I don't see a lot of Indians. There are a lot of, I see the first.
Yeah, the front line one. No.
Even the managers, I see also Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some banks are.
So
I would not say which
they are so happy. I just said I went to UOB and OCBC.
So you see, when we come to this juncture, actually PAP actually realized the mistake. They are trying to say that we should not have a high concentration of certain nationalities in certain sectors because it creates problems.
Yeah, but IT and maybe some of the banking.
You know, the IT, we got Russian, who is very good also. The Russian are the best IT. Yeah. Of course.
How much the salary? Compared to India?
Their demand is not high one because in Russia
maybe next time after Indians wave over start with Russian, the Russian company with complain against Russian law.
Chinese programmers are very good also.
Yeah, but Chinese now don't want to come back because they rather work in China even higher pay. Yeah. China, okay, a lot of China national they don't not like before they don't come to Singapore, and that's the reason why Singaporeans need to enhance the skill in IT. And government is giving them a lot of money to study IT, and they got a lot high allowance. One can go up to 1,500, while the others that even don't have allowance, even can be below $500 allowance. But IT, I see they give a good allowance.
Does it mean that our school has failed? Our polytechnics, university have failed?
Study is study. It's only head knowledge. But how smart you are, how can you do work is another thing. EQ, all these things have to take into consideration too. Right? Yeah.
Last time when we give perks, give incentive to MNCs like the Panasonic, like the Philips to set factories in Singapore. There's one criteria: technical transfer.
Yeah.
Our people also know nothing, right?
Transfer, yeah.
So they're actually forced to employ our local. Of course, the salary is not that high.
Yeah.
But they train them.
Yeah.
That's how we build up our support, so-called the support industry. Because after these people have trained, they go up and set up their own company to support the big company.
We have time to do that, but the things that all over the world is so competitive, chill. How we have the time? How can
If we take a shortcut, then our people will not grow.
But the thing is that you don't be fast. The things we will never catch up with other countries. We'll be the loser.
I think no.
Yeah.
I think that is a wrong perspective. When you want to be fast, you're actually giving opportunities to people from India who may not even have the skill set also.
Yeah, no. But we need to have dual approach. What you say is correct. What I say is also correct. Fast, we do it this way, but also we need to have skill transfer too. In order to have that, so you got skill future, skill transfer.
But the skill future are not foolproof, because some of the skill future, the thing that I know my friends are taking, actually quite basic also.
No, I'm taking also. You can ask
me. Use, man?
Got use. Why got no use?
Which one?
STUD, University, and the Master Modular.
Master Modular or what?
On social media and digital marketing and digital thing about IT thing.
That one got use, man?
Got use, No use. Even they got set knowledge, but don't.
You help me to sell my Akbar case successful, then I confirm got use.
Joking. Means can teach you everything at least because it's conducted by university.
Okay.
So is it a good thing? It's not the kind of chicken or dog and cat training,
Okay, I think we shall wrap it up.
So fast.
1 hour already, very fast one.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Danny, for joining. Let's see anybody have any question, right? You see, got people lao already.
Surely people lao, don't worry. 100%.
Okay, let's see.
By the way, I'm neutral. Okay, I'm not party server.
Okay. Okay lah. I think, to be fair, I think Danny has worked in Shanghai before.
Beijing.
And he has worked in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Philippines.
Stay
there
a long time because of my leg no choice.
So it's actually good to actually listen to the other side of the story, whether we like it or not. Of course, I've stayed in Hong Kong. I went to China. I've seen a lot of things, wild things that happening in Shenzhen. They are actually moving very fast.
Very fast. And Singapore has no way to catch up. So Singapore really needs some expert to really push out so that the number one in Southeast Asia.
You see, it's about opportunity.
Yeah.
We are not given the opportunity to grow. It's not just about jobs. When you give jobs to a fresh grad from India, for example, you are giving them the opportunity to actually learn, right? And to grow. But if our fresh grad are not giving the same opportunity, we cannot grow, right? That is further than the jobs perspective.
Opportunity is you need to grab it. See the opportunity. For me, how I go overseas. Not the Singapore company send me there. I go apply for a job there personally.
Okay.
Write email there, and then go by myself alone there. And there was snowing and very cold. I go by myself flight there. Without people guiding me.
Wow, you really adventurous, Chong.
I'm an adventurous person. I go everywhere in the world. I like to go, and I go myself. Beijing first time. Never been there before. Never been to China. My first time go to China, Beijing. First time in the snow. In December, that I still remember. This is opportunity. Just go there. Don't care. Singaporeans don't let them just stay within Singapore. Brush out by their own, without any help.
Yeah. So for everyone out there, I think the takeaway is we can only hope to stop PAP from expanding the population further by getting more foreigners. But we cannot hope to actually reduce the size at this moment. Why? Because when we reduce the size, we are going to have a lot of repercussion on the economics as well as the financial system. Right? We are overbuild our infrastructure. Then who is going to actually use it and pay for the long-term maintenance and all that? Right? We are actually stuck. Right? But for PAP to continue to expand is actually very dangerous in my view, right? Because it's a 没有回头路的. When you chong up there, you cannot turn back and say, I want to reduce. There's no way to do that. Right? It's just a price of property. You cannot push the property price up, then you say, I want down. Not possible. A lot of people will die because the financial system will actually crash. So I would actually hope that those people up there take heed about this this thing. Stop, pause, and think. What's next? The second thing is not about only jobs, about opportunities for our people to grow. We do not want cleaners' jobs, right? We do not want even a Grab driver's job, right? Not a Grab delivery job, because these jobs may actually fit our mouth, but it doesn't actually grow our population, our own citizens, in terms of skill set, in terms of experiences that is marketable in future to grow their income as well. So although PAP will say, or even COVID time, our unemployment rate is so low, but is that a good thing? It's a big question, because people are stuck in a structural problem, underemployment. They will not have the opportunity and experience to grow when the COVID is over. So if the government do not give you opportunities, just like you say, then we have to find opportunities for ourselves. If anyone can go out to Chuang, go to China, go to other places, actually to work, never mind about the hardship, right? You have to grab the opportunity, right? If the government don't take care of us, then we have to take care of ourselves.
We are independent, we are trained to be independent, then what?
Yeah.
And that's all right.
But I still say, a lot of people are saying that for people, especially PRs and EPs, they have to actually contribute NS. I do not know how.
You want to go overseas, no need to go to NS. No need to go to reservist. But after NS, we go to overseas, no need to come back for reservist.
Okay. Oh, you siam
I never complete the cycle after that.
That's a smart guy. So grab the opportunity overseas. You don't need to go back for NS reservist.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Then by the age of 40, if you are not officer, then you are
ORD. You complete the cycle. So careful. Yeah, but a lot of people, we never tell, right? A lot of things we never tell the people, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you like it, right? Your YouTube, you must send me the link also.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.